What's good? It's your boy, JayThat'sMe. Hello and welcome. Let's get into AEW Dynamite for June the 14th, 2023. This show was an absolute failure. I wanted to bang my head through the wall until I lose consciousness. It was that bad. This show was an absolute joke. An absolute joke, man. I don't even know where to even begin. This show sucked. This show absolutely sucked. So, we kicked the show off with the first match of the night, that being Adam Cole versus MJF. It went to a draw. There was a spot in the match where MJF did a elbow drop, crashing through one of the tables on the outside. And I'm like, bro, you're supposed to be a heel. That's a babyface move. So there was a ref bump. Adam Cole was able to hit the boom. Towards the end of the match, Adam Cole goes for the Panama Sunrise. The time has elapsed and the bell begins to ring, and it's a draw. Post-match, Adam Cole gets on the mic and says 5 more minutes. MJF refuses. And I'm just like, okay, why couldn't this have been a no contest? Why couldn't Chris Jericho have gotten involved, as well as Roderick Strong come out as well, and just have everybody brawl with one another, instead of just a draw? We've done too many of these in AEW. We've done way too many of these. We don't need these. We really don't. How are you going to get a second match out of the two? They went ahead and damn near gave you a pay-per-view match for free, which is stupid. This thing really could have went maybe about at least 20 minutes or close to 20 minutes as possible. And then that's when you have interferences from Chris Jericho and interferences from Roderick Strong. It ends in a no contest. And I would have been fine with that. But, Tony Khan has to make the damn marks happy. The geeks online, the geeks on Twitter, the geeks on YouTube, who don't criticize this shit. I do. I criticize it. So we got a hype reel for CM Punk's return on Saturday at Collision. Who cares? Collision is going to be a massive flop. I'm calling it now. I'm not even being an asshole. I'm just being real. Let's just get with the times here. It's 2023. This is not the 90s anymore. This is not the early 2000s. Stop it. I do not understand, for the life of me, why couldn't Rampage be in this situation where Rampage is live, but it goes to Thursdays at 8. Nobody watches Impact, and that be CM Punk's show, where he and FTR and the wrestlers that are going to be involved with them, let that be their show on Thursdays. And you probably will do way better doing that versus doing something on Saturday. Again, I guarantee you Collision is going to be a flop. And I don't even know if I'm going to review it yet. I don't know. I may watch it, not live. I may watch it, on Sunday or Monday, and I might do a review that way. But I don't know. Still debating. What happens next made me want to bang my head through the wall. So Sammy Guevara is being interviewed by Renee Paquette. So Guevara says it's been a hell of a ride the last couple months. From the high of announcing his wife's pregnancy live on pay-per-view to the lowest of lows by failing to become world champion. But the goal has always been the same, and now his wife will be by his side. His baby girl in one arm and the world title in the other. Yeah, right. Get over yourself, Sammy. You suck. But before all that happens, he has to make some tough decisions and make some changes here in AEW. So Darby comes out, congratulates him on the baby, and says he knows he got beat, but he doesn't want a title match. He'll start from the bottom, but if you listen to the people, it sounds like they're starting to like Sammy again. No, they're not. No, they're not. That was a mixed reaction he got. But Darby has a question. Darby has a question. Is Sammy going to stand on his own 2 feet or live in the shadow of the JAS? He and Sting view each other as equals, and Darby tells Sammy he doesn't have to answer right now, but he thinks he knows the answer. So Chris Jericho comes out. He tells Darby Allin to mind his own business and confronts Sammy Guevara, saying it's just the two of them, and he's been meaning to ask him a question. These few months, these 3 months he was chasing MJF for the world title. He never called Jericho once for help. His mentor, the guy who brought him into AEW, made him a star. Sammy says that's funny because he thought if Chris Jericho would have called him, he wouldn't have lost to Adam Cole twice. Jericho says he must be suffering delusions of grandeur and gives him a chance to apologize to him right now. But Sammy isn't apologizing for shit. Jericho wants them to have a tag match as the Sex Gods next week to remind him how it is. And Darby scoffs at this and says Chris may call himself the Wizard, but when he steps in the ring, the magic is gone. Y2J then calls him a mutant and says maybe he and Sammy should beat the hell out of him right now. Darby says he's not alone, so Sting comes in. Oh, boy. Jericho puts Floyd up again under Sting's jaw, but the Icon swats it away with his own baseball bat, and Jericho runs out the ring. This is fine here. I'm guessing this is setting up a match between Jericho and Sting. Probably at Wembley. That'll do pretty well, more than likely. I'm pretty sure that Jericho probably will turn on Sammy, and those two will feud as well. So there's that. Who gives a shit? This pissed me off. Moving on. So we got a promo from Sonata where he issues an open challenge for the GP World Heavyweight Championship at Forbidden Door. Okay, cool. It's kind of crazy that Sonata is champion, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure in due time, Okada will be champion once again. They always do stuff like that, where they give it to somebody else for a little while, and then they put it back on their boy Okada. That's typical New Japan stuff. Next, oh boy, the 8-man tag. Darby, Orange Cassidy, Singh, and Keith Lee, who looks like a pastor, versus the Mogul Embassy, which is Brian Cage, Swerve, Tony Leon, and Bishop Khan. Who cares about this match? I didn't watch it. I really didn't. So I saw Orange Cassidy get the win. Who cares? Who gives a damn? This match sucked. This was a waste of time. This could have easily happened on Rampage. Easily. So, Renee Paquette, she's backstage interviewing the Gun Club. So, they said that they have no idea about any alliance with Switchblade and Bullet Club Gold. They talk up about how they're the best brother tag team in AEW and they'll challenge the Hardy Boys to a match next week. And I'm just like, what the hell are they doing? This makes no sense. Why not go after the Young Bucks right now? Right? I get that they're in a feud with the Blackpool Combat Club, but still, they can do a one-off match. I do not want to see this match. This is just a joke, an absolute joke. But we know that the Gun Club's going to win, right? I mean, it would make the most sense. I just feel like Matt and Jeff just need to go ahead and just retire. Just become backstage producers or coaches. That's what I would do. And next, I wanted to throw my TV out the window. Jake Hager, a.k.a. Jack Swagger, versus Wardlow for the AEW TNT Championship. Wardlow wins via the powerbomb. Who cares? Post-match, Christian Cage attempts to cut a promo. The audio cut out. I have no idea why. AEW has the worst audio issues in the world. It's like, what the hell? What the hell is Tony Khan doing? You got all this money and you can't have a decent sound system, a decent production crew in the back. What the fuck is going on here? This shit needs to stop. And this goes on. This has been going on for years. This happened in year 1, year 2, year 3, and now year 4. I'm tired of this. Enough. You have enough money. Get you a better production crew. A better audio crew. Seriously. My God, you need to do better than this shit, man. So, Christian Cage cuts a promo from the Titantron asking what Wardlow would do when his daddy isn't around to help. So the camera pans down to show Arn Anderson. He's bleeding profusely from the head, sending Wardlow running to the back, trying to save him. And basically, Luchasaurus is going to accept the challenge of Wardlow on Collision. Okay, cool. Who really gives a shit? So, Hiroshi Tanahashi sends a video challenging Maxwell Jacob Friedman to a title match Forbidden Door. So, Renee Paquette is in the trainer's room to ask MJF about the match. He said he's confused and says no to the match. And it wouldn't be the first time he no-showed the match. So sorry. Then he makes a little fart noise, and then he says no can do. And then he tells Renee to get out of there, to get out of his locker room. Again, I don't understand why we're doing this. MJF doesn't need to be at Forbidden Door. So waste the time. You don't even need MJF. I mean, it's not going to be important. I mean, we know he's going to obviously retain the title, but we don't need the MJF. We don't. Danielson and Okada can easily be the main event. And you can have Omega and Will Ospreay to be the co-main event of that. And that's all you really need. You don't need MJF involved at all. It's a waste of damn time. So, Renee Paquette, she's interviewing Orange Cassidy. He says right now, he's right about now somebody will walk in and challenge him for the International Championship. In comes Zack Sabre Jr. He rolls up and he said he'd like to be a double champion. Then Garcia rolls up after Shibata and Orange have a bright idea to book a tag match. Him and Shibata versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Daniel Garcia. Oh boy. Whew. Oh man. Do we really need this shit at Forbidden Door? Do we? No, we don't. Oh my God, this sucks. Another thing we didn't need on the show was Toni Storm versus Sky Blue for the AEW Women's Championship. Toni Storm gets the win off of the distraction from Ruby Soho. So, Sky was able to hit the code blue in the match. I mean, who cares? Who gives a shit? So, post-match, the Outcast beat down Sky Blue, and then Willow makes the save. Again, who gives a fuck? The show sucks. Moving on, so Renee Paquette interviews Jungle Hook. Backstage, Jungle Boy says they're amped up and he's feeling a little naked. What the hell? Without gold of his own, and he's accepting Sanada's Open Challenge for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. So Hook's about to try to say something, and then Jack Perry cuts him off and says he's not just his tag partner, but his best friend. And it would mean the world if he has his back at Forbidden Door. And Hook fist bumps him in the affirmative. Oh my God, this sucks. Jungle Boy, really? Jungle Boy? Oh boy. This is some sad shit. Get this man off of television. Same thing with Sammy Guevara. Get him buff off television right here, right now. Don't care how you do it. So Bryan Danielson makes his entrance to the commentary booth for the main event. We get a hype reel for Forbidden Door, and then Bullet Club Gold and FTR, they cut promos to hype up the main event for Collision. And then the main event, which is the six-man tag involving the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Hung Bucks, a.k.a. the Elite. So the Elite get the win here, and it's basically 9:54, what I saw on the clock. It's 9:54. So I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a bunch of run-ins. And lo and behold, I was correct. It was a bunch of run-ins. So Eddie Kingston, he comes out. Him and Claudio, they brawl. And then Tenosuke comes out. He attacks Eddie Kingston. Out comes Kenny Omega for a good pop. Him and Takeshita, they brawl. V-trigger, super kick party, dragon suplex. And then out of nowhere, Kenny Omega attempts to go for another V-trigger. But Will Ospreay's there, and he beats the shit out of Omega. He hits the hidden blade, and he does the, what's his other finisher he calls it? Not the Oz Cutter. I forgot what it's called. Who cares? But he beats the shit out of Omega, and that was the show. Will Ospreay stands tall. Again, this show was a waste of time. I didn't really enjoy anything on this show all that much. It was just nonsense, really, for being honest. Just total nonsense. I don't know, but what did you guys think of the show? I personally didn't like it. Personally didn't really enjoy it all that much. So, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for my videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.